All right, guys, today we are going to be reacting to Andrew Wilson Tamed Trigger Girl who refused to listen. Let's jump in.
Oh. How old are you?
You don't want me to explain it?
No, I will. I just want to know how old you are.
How old are you?
I'm 19. You were arguing with a 19-year-old. I've been homeschooled my whole life. I just got to college.
So you're saying
I'm
that
fresh
you're
off
too
the boat.
stupid to argue with me?
Sure,
Wow.
Okay.
but continue, please.
You're too stupid to argue with
I
me.
am trying my best right now. You're
That's
probably
fine. Hey, if you're too stupid to argue with me,
a 30 to 40-year-old man
Listen, if you're too
arguing
stupid
with
to
a
argue with me, I'll
19-year-old.
stop arguing with you. That's fine.
Please, no, continue. I want to continue this argument because you're helping me grow and understand what I truly want. So please,
Well, I don't
continue.
I don't see how if you're too stupid to have the argument.
Damn.
Oh.
Damn.
That's what she just said, not me. Why you get mad at me? I asked her.
You just
"Are
called her
too stupid to have the
stupid,
argument?"
bro.
Yes.
No, no, it's fine. It's fine.
Why would you get
Continue.
mad at me?
Shame.
Continue.
Trying to shame
please.
him.
It's okay. Yeah, sure. You could call me stupid, but please, let's continue.
I didn't call you stupid. You called you stupid.
Well, you asked if I was stupid, and I just said just
And you
to shut
said
you
yes.
up. Well, just to shut you up, I said yes. So please,
Well, then
continue.
why do
Let's
you
talk.
want me to keep talking if you just said you're too stupid to talk to?
She never said that.
I never
you
said I'm
that.
too stupid to talk to. You just
What the
assumed.
fuck?
You just asked me if.
Am I in like Twilight Zone? Here's the question: are you too stupid to argue
Can we
with?
just-
Answer yes.
can we
Okay, well, then that's
just
the end of the
continue
argument.
this
That's the end of the
conversation?
argument. If you tell me, Andrew, I'm too stupid for you to argue with me, why would I keep arguing with you?
He's just bringing up the age thing because you said that he was arguing with a 19-year-old as if a 19-year-old can't argue.
No, yeah, I understand. I'm just saying I'm not as experienced in life. I haven't been through these situations as you have. I've never dated anybody. So, yes, I have less experience. You are asking me questions that I've never even pondered in my life. So you expecting me to
Then
come
why
up
do you
these
take such
you
offense by us
expecting
discussing
you
them?
expecting me to come up these witty questions. I'm trying my best. So
I just don't
so please,
understand why.
I'm begging. Please continue. I love this
Oh,
conversation.
what the hell, bro?
I don't understand then if you're that upset because you say I'm 19, you're 40, right?
I'm not upset.
If you get this upset by just pondering questions you haven't pondered before, then why have a discussion with anybody who's ever older than you about anything?
Who said anybody is upset? I'm just asking why you're attacking me for something I have
What
never
did I
thought
ever
about
attack you
before.
on?
You are asking me questions over and over again
Oh, I
that
know.
I am
That's
trying my
good.
best
That's
to
an
answer
attack?
for you.
That's an attack to ask you questions? What? What?
Just hold
What do
on.
you
Just
mean?
sometimes, like your voice is very demeaning towards people.
Wow. Tone policing and chain. Yo, bro. This is the sign language. This is a classic sign language. This is how they attack you. Here's the thing, though. Andrew right now cannot let this thing slide. He has to double down now. Why is that? Because it has nothing to do with what they're saying. It's what they're portraying. They're all trying not to shame him. Let's see how he does.
My tone. Let your pearls harder. Like, what do you? I can't ask questions because your tone offends me. Like, what the fuck is this? How can you people vote? I'm 20. I can vote. I can vote for who the president is. But if you ask me questions in a tone I can't take, oh my God, it's the end of the world. Get a fucking grip. This is the real world. I'm going to ask questions because I want the answers to the questions I'm asking. Sorry that my tone upsets you, sweetheart. Let me go get you a nice big beaded necklace of pearls, and you can tug on them every time I use a tone you don't like.
Oh, thank you. You're so sweet.
Oh, Andrew. Oh, my Lord. I can't believe that you asked the question in that tone. Oh.
We'll call him Blinky.
Okay.
You see how they do it?
Instead of
You see how they do it? They're trying to change. They're trying to break him. This is so important. They're trying to break him. Because remember, I have to just say this. They have the leverage. They're in the room. So they all can feel their own energy. Andrew's in the other side of the country. He's in Michigan. He cannot check them. He doesn't have the power. He doesn't own the show. This is a big problem. Big problem.
continuously asking
Okay, Nala.
if I think I'm too stupid.
Man,
like,
Nala, I'm telling you folks, Nala is a very hard person to like. I'm telling you right now. Something tells me about her that everything is just a facade. Very hard to like.
Just continue the conversation. How's that?
Yeah, so here's
Very
the
immature. Yeah.
So here's the question that I don't understand, right? I guess what I'm processing is, if it is true that you're willing to submit to X person, even if they make irrational decision, then why is the necessity even there for them to express the decision to begin with? That's what I don't get. That's what makes no sense to me, because if he expresses it and you disagree with it, but you're going to do it anyway, then why does he ever need to express it to begin with? That's just like, that's bizarre.
Because I'm his wife and I'm not a slave. There's a difference.
Yeah, but I don't understand then, because then the threshold breaker for what would make you a slave is not the task he wants you to do, but rather the fact that he won't tell you why. And that I don't understand either, right? So if he walks in and he's like, clean all this shit up. And you're like, why? And he goes, well, because I want it cleaned up. Well, then you clean it up and you're not a slave. But if he walks in and says, clean all this shit up, and you say, why? And he's like, don't fucking worry about it, then you are a slave. It's like, that makes no, you see how that sounds, right? When it's said out loud, it makes no sense.
You do understand that most things are situational, right? There's so many different situations that these, what your example, it could be different in, and your example could work in. So I think it's very all situational. So that's why I chose the one with my school, because that's like, it kind of like, it's what I would understand.
Yeah.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah, but I don't see still how, if this is submission, and the idea behind submission is you're going to do it anyway, regardless of even if you agree with his reasoning behind it, then why should he ever give his reasoning? Because if he never does, you do it anyway.
So Andrew, do you not speak to your wife about like big decisions in your life, or you just make the decisions and not care what she thinks?
Sure, I talk to her about all sorts of things, and then there's all sorts of things that I make that are big decisions I don't talk to her
Well, do you
about.
care about her opinion in the matter, or do you just talk to vent?
Those questions, man. Those questions are dangerous. You know why? Because what she's trying to do is, for those folks that know a little bit of sales, right? There's a reason why you ask questions. If you're opening a conversation, right, and the other, so let's put it this way: sales is not only for the salesman; it's also for the customer. The customer can sell you why not to buy the product. You see? So there's only two people in the interaction, right? However, even the salesman is competing with another salesman, which is the customer. And the way you win this battle is with who control the conversation. By what? Asking questions. Asking questions. You notice how now she's throwing a lot of questions, right? The reason she's doing that, she wanted to control the conversation. That's why in life insurance, you notice there's a lot of females in life insurance, because they're good at it. They're good at asking questions because they already do it. Now it's just basically asking questions out of the nowhere. She doesn't care about Andrew's answer. And Andrew can literally go to Jesus and tell Jesus, ask Jesus, what will be the best answer to this question? And still will be wrong. You know why? Because he answered the question. Okay? Answering the question put him in the defense. And in an environment like this is very dangerous, folks. Very dangerous.
Sometimes I really care about her opinion.
Okay.
Sometimes I don't give a shit at all.
Okay. Well, no, I don't think she's saying that the male has to respect every opinion she has.
That's my choice. What I'm saying is that that's my choice. I get to make that decision. That's what I'm saying.
That you care about what she thinks and says because she's your wife?
On which topics I want her advice on and which ones I don't want her advice on, yeah.
What type of topics do you not ask her opinion on?
Oh, all sorts of things. All sorts of political topics I don't give a shit about her opinion on. There's all sorts of topics. Then there's all sorts of topics I really care about her opinion on, right?
Such
want
as?
her advice on them. But what I'm saying is that it would be my choice to make that determination, not her choice to make that determination.
See, I think you and I have two different ideas on submission. I agree. I agree. That's where we can agree on. I come from a family where my mom and dad, whenever they need to make a big decision, they talk together about everything. The only big decision my dad has never told my mom about was buying her like I don't remember how much it was. I think it was like a $2,000 ring for her birthday. It's not even that much, but it was good enough.
Wow, it's not even that much. $2,000 ring. Bro, when I bought I'm not going to even talk about that. Don't spend thousands of dollars in a ring. That's ridiculous. Don't do that. Listen to her. And this is where the question of rights come into place. And let me just break it down for you. People like this cannot talk logically and just discuss very important topics about, gender roles. Even her projecting about the dynamic supposedly between mom and dad. Supposedly she sees it through the lens of egalitarianism, right? However, I can guarantee you 100%, folks, she gets a guy and she starts practicing what she said that she's not gonna do. Like, I'm not gonna submit to this guy. I'm gonna say whatever the hell I want to say. I can guarantee you that marriage or that relationship doesn't even last 2 years or a year. You know why, guys? Because females tend to just not be correct or congruent with their nature. It's weird to say. It's like everything that she's saying, you should do the opposite. You should be doing the opposite. Why? Because it's about the emotion. You have to trigger those emotions. And that's why the more they sit with guys, the higher the emotion threshold. She's still 19, but you can already tell that in order for you to keep a woman like her, I'm telling you, you might have to just do some crazy stuff just to keep that emotion threshold high. That's why Chad and Tyrone are very good at it. They keep that threshold, that emotional threshold very high. And they're addicted to them. It's crazy to think about, but that's how it is, man. That's how it is.
With permission.
That was like something that he didn't tell her about.
Submission with permission.
And so there's just a lot of things that my mom and dad,
Double down.
they would
Come on,
always
Andrew.
talk to each other about big decisions, especially when it includes my brother and I. So for me, communication is always a big thing. And I think that I would submit to my husband on most things. I think on some things that, as you're saying, where it's very, very irrational, like he wants to spend $2,000 gambling, I would say no way in hell are you doing that, because you're putting our family monetary value at risk.
The conversation there, if they're gambling, is that's against your religion.
Okay, then
$2,000
let's say something that's not against the religion. Let's say he wants to go.
Right.
Let's say he wants to go on a family trip to somewhere that's way beyond our financial area.
Situation, yeah.
Financial situation. I might say reconsider. Go someplace else. Go someplace nicer.
And so, great. So here's the scenario. You say, let's reconsider this. And he says, no. I'm not going to reconsider it. We're going on the fucking vacation, baby, and I don't want to hear another thing about it ever again.
Yeah, I'm telling you, folks. You double down. You double down, folks. Look at that. I think it was Circa. He said this. Whatever she said that she's trying to give to you, just double down. Just for the exercise, folks. Just for the exercise. How can I say this? Dominating the relationship. You see how she's laughing? Couple minutes ago, even in the last video, she just was. You double down. Because she's using sign language. The group is using sign language. Even though, Andrew's is not a pickup artist, right? He managed to just handle this very well. He kept doubling down. That's very important.
The rest of my life, you say what?
If he's doing, there's two situations that can happen. If he's doing this as a birthday gift, and it's like it's not that bad, okay. But if it's just, why are you spending so much money for no reason at all? I'm just saying, go have fun. I'll stay back. It'll be half the cost.
So how's that submission then? How's that submission? He says, no, get in the car. We're going. You're coming with me. We're going, baby. We're going on this trip.
If it is putting our family's financial money at risk, then he must be drunk.
Well, then but whose choice is it for the family finances?
This is why,
whose decisions are these ultimately? They can't be yours if he's the head. It makes no sense. You see what I'm saying? It's
I understand what you're saying.
I will submit to you. I will submit to you as long as you are doing what I think I want you to do. That's what submission
And
means
you know
to
what? I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're trying, what you understand me saying.
What?
But I think it just comes down that you and I
don't
just have
understand the
really
permission
different
aspect.
ideas on submission. And I think you also see this from a man's point of view, where I see this from a woman's point of view as what I want to do for my husband, and you're thinking of what you want your wife to do for you. So I think there's two very different views.
No, I'm not talking about either of those things. I'm just talking about submission and what it means.
Okay,
Submission
well,
is hard. Yes, agree.
I have an
Submission is
idea.
It's super duper hard. I'm just showing you a logical circle.
Okay.
So that you understand the logical circle. So
Okay.
here's submission. I obey my husband. You agree with me that's submission?
Yeah, I obey my husband.
Okay, so your husband gives you no immoral task or nothing against your religion. No task that is immoral, nothing which is against your religion.
Okay.
Do you obey that task?
If it is.
No. And that's where no. When it comes down to those excuses, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. It's not. How can I say this? And these are skills, right? These are skills that need to be taught. Parents needed to teach her that. And probably their parents' dynamic is just, a regular boomer, Gen Xer, kind of relationship with, egalitarian. We're partnered, happy wife, happy life. Huh? And she sees that. She sees that you cannot pretend that she might be in a position where she doesn't believe in it. And I don't think she understands it because, again, it's a skill.
Immoral and not
They need
against
to be
my
taught.
religion, then sure.
Okay, then sure. So he says, baby,
And
we're going
with
on a family
those two- with
Hang on,
those
hang on,
two
hang
categories.
on, just let me finish.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, so great. So now we're halfway through the circle. Yes. As long as it's not immoral, it's not evil, it's not against my religion,
Yeah.
I'm going to do it, right? I'm going to obey. So he comes to you with a task which you think is irrational, right? He says, hey, okay, we're going on this family trip to the fucking Keys, and I'm emptying out half of our savings. And you're like, that's a terrible idea. He says, I don't give a shit. I really don't want to hear your opinion on it. We're going. He's done nothing immoral, nothing against your religion.
Nothing against
So
it.
help me circle back to how you're going to obey, right? You're going to obey?
I see where you're going.
Does that make sense?
It does make sense, but when
There
you
you go
get
with
to
the
that
but. Yeah. But, nobody want to hear, man. But.
third stage, he checked 2 out of 3 check marks.
No. But he's carrying a gun. He killed 3 females. There can be many buts and ifs, right? That's not the point. It could be many reasons. He's escaping the police. He's escaping the. You know what I'm saying? I understand a lot of those buts. It might be an exception, but it's the point. How can I say? It's the principle. If it is outside the religion, of course, that's why you have the 10 Commandments. If it is outside those 10 Commandments, you have the permission to not obey because it's wrong. But if it is inside that, let's say, conservative, constrained area, there should be no buts.
Just don't think that it's very wise. And if he really wants to go on that trip, bring one of your boys. Bring one of your friends. You
All right,
aren't.
I'll turn
I
it
will
back
not be a
over.
part.
I'll turn it back over to Brian mostly because I got to go take a leak. But anyway, I appreciated the conversation.
Nala doesn't like him, man. I'm telling you. She's a sneaky. I don't know. There's something wrong about her. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I'll see you in the next one.